Hey, look at me. It's, Mr. Nice Guy here, the one that doesn't get a break, doesn't get the ladies. Here to tell you today, what's up with YouTube? We're doing a little talk show, apparently, with this little guest star, this beauty of a bitch. Yeah, let's get you going. Though I suppose you're, more of a broad, ain't you? Hey, howdy everyone! Felicity here, back in action for more bad acting attraction. That's right. We're gonna be doing Felicity's thing, and the reason why, because one, her name's Felicity, and that sounds like a sitcom name, and two, she has a bob cat. She has like a bob haircut for a cat, so it's a bob cat. Wink. Come on, it's cutesy, right? This is a cutesy little thing. And yes, we are dressing up as a nice guy. Felicity's talk show. Ooh, that's nice. We've had similar things like this before. This feels like more of a repeat, unfortunately. So this is just kind of like a thing, I guess we'll just do. I'm a little sad we're trending on the same basic areas, because I've done that before. But, let's find a place for her. Okay, I found it. I'm not sure about where talk shows usually go, per se, but I feel as though this is the best area for it, mainly because, like, I'm trying to think of, like, Japanese talk shows and just, like, how they're kind of, like, a little bit off in the distance and whatnot. So, oh! We need to do a 2 or a 1 level. Oh dear. I forgot that we get a thing. Should we do a 1 or a 2 level? I think a 2 level would be better. You have a waiting room and then you have the other thing. That's a good call. Yeah. You do a 2 floor. Now Felicity, we found a good location and settled on a floor plan. So it's time to head out. Boss, please, lead Felicity to the site. Usual line of dialogue, blah blah blah. She claps for me. We'll have a good time. But I thought of this in the sense that, like, a talk show or something like that would be kind of a little bit out there, and I feel like the bridge kind of encompasses that fact. It's kind of just like off there on the side, and this is where they do it. So. It's not the best situation. Also, why can't I have the rock like that? That'd be cool as heck. Yeah, look, there's 2 rocks. It's crazy. My goodness. I'm really liking the sakura blossoms and whatnot. We're not gonna... I don't think we're gonna spend a lot of time in that area, to be honest. We're gonna have it right here. This is actually kind of perfect encompassing. And, let's see here. What else do we need to do? Can we change this? Yes, we can. Please and thank you. So this should either be... I mean, honestly, just kind of like a Zen bridge would work better. Suspension bridge, no. Wooden bridge would work. Or that Zen bridge. We'll do this one. It's a very interesting and a bit unique in terms of things. And then we also want to change. I want to change this one too. Red steel case would be interesting, I think, overall. But I don't like how you can see through it. Like, that's my main problem with that, is that you can see through it. But I feel like that's very indicative of what Japan tends to do. They just kind of like have that, and like they try to keep things like nice and tidy, and like I've always liked that kind of method in terms of, like, building a house of sorts and such. So I'm not, like, super, like, about it. But it's definitely one of those things where it feels like it could do better. We're going to switch to a blue one. Mainly because with the house, I was thinking more akin to this. There's enough space. Why do you do this? There, is there enough space now? Yeah, there's enough space now. Yeah, it looks like it's the full shebangle. Should we, like, change this to something else? I guess we could do that way. Let's go full Nippon, you know what I'm saying? Keep that together. We'll do blues, but I don't know what kind of blues I want to do here. It's mainly just a matter of, like, I want to make it a certain amount of Japanese meets radio station, and I feel like this is a little too on the nose. Like, is this uncouth? I feel like it's uncouth. You know, it's not quite right. It doesn't quite work well. Yeah, there's just not a lot of blues you get around here, huh? Green. That feels way too on the nose. Something like that, yeah, that would work. Like, just kind of like show off the fact, oh yeah, and the door matches it right there. That actually works out a lot. Yeah, we'll do this. Okay, cool. So we got that all together. And we should probably have some sort of path here. So we're gonna be a little bit interesting on this end. Okay, so we can't do it that way. That's fine. See, the problem here that lies with me is this specifically. Because the way I like to do it, no, there you go, is like this. There you go. Then we just reshape it, reshape it, reshape it. So like all these like hard ends are like that, but now we painted ourselves in a very blick sort of way. So we're gonna do it this way just to match up with things and whatnot. But here's the problem now, is that what do I do with the top layer? Because like, it definitely feels like there's things I need to be adding here that I can't quite add. And I feel I kind of screwed myself on that end. On top of the fact that I minimized this spot right here. And I don't like that. I don't like that I minimized it. But for now, we're going to go with a sort of, this is a talk show in like a rural area. It's more of a podcast than talk show. You know? So, we should probably like add a tree of some sort and all that other things. Let's figure out the time of day. Spring's fine. We can worry about that. Let's do the morning. Not that early. Yeah, you can't really tell. We could do that. That's too dark. Yeah, this is fine. That works. Okay. Now, once again, I will be going into the depths of what the heck am I doing? Okay. This was a hard one because I didn't know exactly where to go with it, to be honest. But I think I have a nice little solution here, and that was largely just, let's focus this on a eat area up here. So this is our little eatery area, is up top here. And what I'm clearing out right now, what I'm trying to make is a parking lot area. But this is a small little area, so it's just like, oh, so what is that exactly then? It's where all the bikes go. It's where all the bikes are, effectively. I'm still not sure if I want to actually make this like anything else in particular, but this for sure I like the idea of. And basically it's just sort of making it into more of like a beauty situation. Like, oh, this looks really nice and pretty. Look at everything around here. And then on top of that, we also have a garbage can right here. This is a bit of a problem. There's 3 of them. I do want it to keep at 3. And then we have this right here too. Freaking Just talk to my friend, just like, hey, you want to collab, right? You're like, yeah. Just like, okay, what do you collab? Don't know. Okay, thanks. Thanks, bud. Well, I'll have to figure that out. That's fine. So the other problem that I'm having here is just there's not a lot of space and everything, and like I want it to work in a certain way. So we're gonna get this too. I don't mind a lot of this just being flowers and whatnot, because like, hey, that's pretty nice, right? Then they have a little flower thing right here. There's a trash can right outside. You know what? There we go. That actually should help out a lot. And then, yeah, we should do this way. So, oof. If we're gonna do it that way, we kind of need concrete. So we're gonna kind of have to do this. So this is the concrete area right here. And the reason why I say that is solely and utterly because it makes more sense that way. There you go, that helps keep up the illusion while also keeping that at base. That works out pretty well. The only other problem here is just like, it's like, yeah. There isn't a lot else there. We're just gonna get rid of this because it doesn't make a lot of sense to have both of that like that. That wouldn't quite work out. See, the main problem here is that just I don't have enough. I just don't. Because I would want this to be here. And we just like have that there. And then we have this. But where can the trash can go? That's a big problem. I don't like the idea of the trash can being right here. You know what we could do? Let's do it this way. Yeah, that feels kind of awful. I don't like doing it like that. God dang it. Because this feels right, and then putting it right here feels fine as well. You know what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually another trash, another little thing. So the dirt path is there because we want to keep it specifically like that, and then we also want to make another dirt path right here. You know what? Dark dirt path might actually be better. It might. So this is as far up as the dark dirt path gets. The reason why it's like this is so people have a little area to eat and everything. You know what? It might be better if we just move it up here. I think that's what we're leaning towards, honestly. It just makes sense, to be real. If that's the case, though, then I feel like we should move the bench sort of like in the way of everything. There you go. There's the bench right there. There's this, so there's still room to actually move. You know what? It might actually be better the other way around. If we just make it stone. It's a stone, Luigi. You didn't make it. Yeah, see. It kind of works out better that way. Thankfully, the rest of this vegetation right here is definitely a good thing. Dude. I do not like that you keep moving my cruiser over there. That's very rude. Stop that. We're trying to get to where everything is just kind of over there. Of course. Thanks for that. Thank you, game. So see, now that we have that all there, that means we can move these right here. And then we can move this here. And that means we could actually add another one. The one that I wanted to add. So there's like 3 people effectively here. So she obviously has the big amount because she is the talk show, you know? Again, this isn't a big time talk show that she has. This is more like I pretty much got enough money to like kickstart something. This is effectively what happened with her end. And that's what I wanted to kind of show. And then she kind of got lucky on the rest of this stuff too. Oh, there's another pink one over there. Okay. There you go. Trying to get everything in order. There. No, move this way, please. I'm trying not to make it where it's all kind of the samesies. But it kind of went out that way, didn't it? It's just kind of all the samesies. This could be fine right here. It doesn't need to be anything. We have this here. We should probably have something for that end. But largely what I'm trying to stick with and go with here, small place, has a nice little nook to go eat, like from the vending machine or just your lunch and whatnot. And then there's a nice little parking structure for bikes because they have this little thing right here. It's not a super big place for this area. And I feel like a large part of what you want to do with a lot of these things right here is you want to create a sort of story of what's going on. And largely it's just kind of like, oh yeah, she has flowers right here. Because it just was a really nice maintained area. There was a nice little thing working here and whatnot, and she kind of just took over this little situation because whatever business or some such that was here before, the company that was here before, kind of just went under. So now we gotta actually go fix the inside, which the inside shouldn't be too big of a trouble, but it is 2 stories, so that's gonna be extra. Boodaloop. Okay, let's get this together. So the first thing that we really need to do here, make sure it's a little bigger. So my initial idea for this and what I've been thinking about is where's she going to edit? Because I definitely understand what she's going to do with the top portion. That's her talk show part. So this will be a waiting area for guests at the very least. I just don't know what else I would want from it, to be honest. I like that a little bit more. The lighting, yeah, it kind of needs to be like that because it's just the way that it is. Jungle, wind, rain, space, ocean, echo. No, you don't want to echo. This is bad acoustics, I believe. This isn't going to be here, and this isn't going to be here, but this will be here. The main reason why is because you want to have the guests feel welcomed. So they're going to be like, oh, this is nice. This is a nice little area. The other stuff's going to be on top of this little section right here. So now that we got that under control, we need to really put together the wallpaper and whatnot. And this is probably the area going to falter the most, to be honest. I don't know what I want for this. We are going for more of an indie vibe, so this is the problem, is we need to make sure we get the indie vibe going. Concrete floor. Like, if it was called something else, we might use it, but no. Ooh. Oh, I really like this. Grail. Yeah, the grail tie? The tile? Yeah, that works. Okay, that was not as hard as I thought it would be. Because the only other thing that you need is a rug for people to sit in effectively. But for now, we need to class up this part of the joint. Stone wall. No. We can have, like, windows, though. It's fine to have windows. What is this? Retro? No, we don't need a retro little thing here. That's fine. I kind of like this, to be honest. This is nice and fancy. This is a nice and fancy waiting room. Look at that. Oh my god. But we should probably go with this one. I feel like this would work out better. Yeah? Yeah, we're gonna go with this one, but we need to actually hop right back over here so we get rid of windows, because it doesn't look good with windows. I wish it could have been better, but yeah, that's fine. So we got all that together. Now we need to make the waiting room. The waiting room is just going to be kind of like on the rug right there by the side. So that's the thing. I don't think we really need an elegant one per se. We don't really need a big one either. It's just kind of like there for the sake of the guest to wait till they get on cue. And pretty much it's going to be a camera person for herself, and the guest. And that's it. That's pretty much how it's going to always go down in terms of those TV shows and whatnot. Again, I know I said like radio, but I'm thinking more like podcast, to be honest, where it's more akin to it's more akin to like little things. I can't quite. That's awful. That's disgusting. No, thank you. To the likes of a lot of other podcasts that I've been seeing and watching for a bit, like Super Beast Castle and unmentionables like Joe Rogan and his infamy into, hey, I'm gonna just make everyone not like believe in COVID as an actual thing and kill a bunch of people in the process. Joe Rogan is personally responsible for a lot of things, and I hope he's able to answer for his crimes. Yeah, I'm gonna put that out there right now. I'm just saying. I'm gonna have a little bit with Joe Rogan. I doubt it. I doubt he'll ever hear about this shit. Oh my god. Then again, he isn't that big. He's like bigger than this, right? Like he's like fucking. Dude got so much money. I don't. It's really sad when alt-right stuff kind of just gets a lot, and it's just like there's nothing that you could do. And like I kind of get it. When someone tells you what you want to hear, that's the area you want to go to, you know? No, that's awful. So like that's just kind of what they go off to and whatnot, and just kind of like, if you're really going to go on to the whole entire like why podcasts bad, it's basically just a matter of spreading misinformation and going way too hard on things without listening to other people. And by no means is Joe Rogan an actual journalist. He's just not. This is his factual statement. He doesn't go through and actually investigate things and whatnot. He is an opinion person, is what he is. And it's a little sad because like a lot of DJ people way back when had a journalistic integrity to them. And I'm not saying all of them were the best at it, but at the very least, the profession was considered more of a, like, you could kind of trust them sort of situation. They wouldn't just offhandedly do things. None of these work. No, don't like it. She's just clapping for anything. She's like, oh my god, this is great! Quiet lady, come on now. Ooh, modern wave rug. You know what? We're doing this. We're going to do the modern wave rug. There you go. She's into liberals. Liberals. There you go. So that works out. Now I gotta put the rest here. There we go. Wow! I took a lot to like do this, to be honest. And I definitely feel like maybe a little overboard in terms of things, like honestly. But I like the conclusion I came up with here. Basically, this is the waiting room, if we have not previously established this, and all these little things right here are there to kind of like make sure the guest is fine and they're doing good with everything. Totally forgot to do this. So you're gonna put it right here. That doesn't quite work. Let's do it the other way. Yeah, that's fine. Basically, this is the little waiting room where they have their little guest thing, and then we have her have the rainbow, because she's a gay. I mean, if you didn't know beforehand, just look at her. She's a gay. Very easily so. I'm claiming her now. Felicity's gay for us. She's a gay-bee. The other thing I decided to go ahead and put out here is that she does have a receptionist. As I said before, small talk show business type situation here. I do not believe that she's like on the up and up again. But she's working her way, you know. She actually has like an employee and everything and doing all that such. I mean, she's not a good employee. She's browsing the internet on her webcast and such. But she's also uploading things, so it's not like she isn't doing anything. Then over here, we have little filing cabinets for that. And we'll go and put these up here. They're just kind of previous records for like the last time that they used to be like a small DJ, and now they kind of worked their way up towards this. I don't know why I put this lore in there, but it just felt right, to be honest. And then we should move these around. God dang it. So this actually will probably be fine right here. No, you know what? We're putting this right here. And we're gonna put this over here. Yeah, that's fine. I like that. And there's nothing else here. It's just kind of like a whatever situation. And these are all supposed to be like little records that they did and got thanks to KK. Like, KK has been helping them out tremendously. They helped them get their career started and everything. And just kind of like, it was the first real big catch, to be honest. So that's why there's so many KK records that they have here, just showing off like, oh yeah, we worked with the music industry business and everything. So this is just kind of like a nice little prestiged area here. Then of course we have the little plant here. Let's actually put it over here. I like the idea of it being over here. So there's a nice little like nook here. Oh, I forgot I had this thing. This thing was hiding. This is just a little fun little thing to make it a little bit quirky. So now let's get this to activate. There you go. So it keeps making those steps every now and again. We probably want to move this a bit. There you go. Because I want this to be able to be moved. Then you have that over here. There isn't anything else over here. This is specifically meant to be a waiting area, and that's it. That's the whole shebangle. Then we have people here that are doing this. They're taking a little stand and everything, and just, I don't know, I really like what this has become as a sort of like nice little waiting room, because they use it for two different things, because they are small. So yeah, let's move on to the actual upstairs and the final part where we're actually going to do the talk show bit, which yeah, all been leading up to this, honestly. So the first thing we need to do here, obviously, is to get the wallpaper going. And I'm hoping that they have the wallpaper that I want to use, because, like, yes, that's what I want to use, baby. Right there. So, it looks real nice. I like it a lot. Now we need to actually get the rest of this going. See, that's the problem. I don't know what I want for the other parts, the little bits. Black window. No, it doesn't look right. Arched window is poopity doopity. Basic wall, too basic. Too much of a bitch, honestly. So, I don't like this. This gives me the dizzies. It gives me too much of the dizzies. Purple quilts. None of these look like they're particularly great for anything. Like, for real. Not for an entertainment thing. I just know that I want the city's wallscape like that. But, should I have other things? Should I just... Yeah, actually, this works. This works out just fine. Cool. So there you go. We have this. She's going to be shot full frontal. Just like that. In terms of floor, though, no. That looks awful. You're gonna be singing the floor a lot in a TV talk show. Yes! Imperial style, very good. Now the other thing we need to do, it just needs to be bigger, to be honest. And it's a little bit funny too, because it's actually bigger than the downstairs right there. But that's fine. That's a fine thing to do. I like this. This is nice. No, unfortunately, we need to get other sounds. Like, if there was a crowd cheering sound, or if we had it at the time, at the least, then I would definitely add it, but we don't. We don't really need to add any kind of hanging thing. The ceiling decor we do need to actually deal with, though. That's a problem. Mainly just the ceiling spotlights, they need to be here. Whenever you're recording something, lighting is very important, and I do not know all the essences of lighting, and I really should pick up a class on that or something. If only someone would sponsor me so I could learn or something like that. But you know what? That's for later. For later on down the road, maybe. Still, point being here is just, there's so many things to go with entertainment, and it honestly gets kind of exhausting if you're just doing it on your own. Without any, like, team to support you, and just, like, I cannot express how just amazing sex workers are at this kind of thing, you know? And even as much as I give a whole entire thing for Joe Rogan, the fact that he actually has a whole entire team supporting him, and he's, like, doing all this and that at the least, is something that I could be like, yeah, he knows what he's doing at least, you know? And that I'll never fall for. Which I know is a bit weird, but, you know, just kind of like, I don't like knocking down people on things that they don't need to be knocked down on, you know? I don't hate just to hate, although I can, and it's very easy to. But yeah, in terms of that, that's fine. Because this exists for a reason. But, those reasons are all over the place in terms of things and whatnot. Suffice to say, I don't really know what I want to do here. The fact that we have to use this and this. Like, why is it this? Why does she want this? That's the thing that gets me the most. Like, is this supposed to be the audience thing? This is awful. This is an awful guest chair spot. Like, is she just gonna have, like, an audience right here? I guess we could do that. She has a small audience to cater to. Jeez Louise. Should we put it on the other side? No, because, like, the way the walking in is going. Well, no, because guests walk in. So that'd be fine. So we can make it more, like, right here. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do it that way. So the walk-in could kind of be there. When we have that situation. So let's do that, because this is apparently what we're doing now. Ah, you dastard. So right here, right here. We're just trying to get it to where it's sort of like a very small version of a thing. Yeah, she should be fine to do it like this. I don't think we'll ever get to like a full row of things. See, our problem is just like how much there's just nothing of, you know? And then if you want to get any further with this, just look at that. It just doesn't really work. It's a little too big. A little too... We could make it bigger. So you can make it bigger this way. No, that's not the problem. The problem is this way. That's the problem. It needs to be more like that. Okay. This is just kind of the things that you need to set up and do. I don't want to give her like a super big audience because it gets really sad when it doesn't get filled, you know? So I feel like this is good enough. The fact that she could have like 10 people here is just kind of ridiculous to me, to be honest. But she could have a podium right here, then we could just get the rest of that going. go. Look at this. This is nice. This is a nice little shebangle boo. God dang it. It's not quite centered. Because you kind of need it on the guest and you kind of need it on her too. So that's fine. No, it's going to be up here the way that we're going to want to have it to where it's just kind of like, oh, it just shows off and whatnot. Let's see here. Where are you at? It's a little drapery, and then we have vertical split curtains. Those are the only two things that we really have, and it's just kind of like, we could do better, couldn't we? Black. This is definitely interesting. Oh, and then we have gay. just straight up gay. Donna. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get a particularly good anything here. I guess this works. I'll take it. Again, the reason why we're having this is just so there's some sort of like curtain type situation going on here. Yeah, you kind of just have to work with what you got, right? There you go. There's that whole entire bit. And I just realized too, where's the camera people gonna be? You know? So this is a problem too. Let's just do it like this. There you go. So everyone has enough room to actually like get in a spot. They're just there. It's 8 people. That's pretty good for the most part. So now that we have this all set up and ready to go, let's go ahead, put everything together. So one thing I realized in particular about this situation is I'm doing more so what I'm doing is actually a late night talk show and not like a talk show, which a talk show is like stuff like Maury and whatnot and just kind of like going about it. And like, I know I said it's like a podcast, but like, yeah, it still kind of is like a small little podcast area and whatnot. And like, yeah, they have a little couch for their people that they interact with and they talk to and everything. And just like, I didn't like it the other way of what could possibly be like Oprah and Maury and Jerry Springer, for all those that don't know. Is Jerry Springer still on? It might still be on. Shoot. Those things in particular, not a big thing. Maybe it's because I've been watching a lot of Colbert Report, but I definitely feel like she could do it. This feels like a really nice thing that Felicia could do. Or Felicity, I should say. Bye, Felicia. Suffice to say, I'm happy with his results here. I think they work incredibly well for what they are. So, yeah, we're done. Yeah, everything is ready, Felicity. You got it. Sweet, I've been waiting for this, Mimi. Me. You spent all this time building this just for me. I am so happy. You did amazing, Lost. It's the nightly program with Felicity. Guest starring DJ KK. And on camera, Stitches. Now here's your host from Kiki Island, Felicity.